The teachings of Buddhism, how stress instantly dissolves. A simple method 99% of people don't know. Hello, and welcome to the journey of life. Today's theme is how to instantly relieve stress with the teachings of Buddhism. In today's fast-paced world, many people struggle with daily stress. However, Buddhism offers simple methods to reduce this stress and regain inner peace. Incorporating these teachings into your daily life can provide a sense of lightness in your heart and mind. Let's start right away. The stress we experience daily comes from many sources: work, relationships, household chores, parenting, and more. Most people, even when feeling overwhelmed by stress, don't know how to relieve it and end up bottling it inside. But Buddhism provides a simple solution to this problem. Today, we will explore a part of those teachings through a simple method that anyone can practice. When we feel stressed, we tend to lose balance both mentally and physically. Our minds become foggy, and our bodies feel heavy. This happens because our hearts are tired. In Buddhism, this stress is called bonno, desires or attachments, and it is taught that these attachments are one of the causes that disturb our inner peace. The key to lightening the heart is to release these attachments. We are often trapped by many desires and attachments in our minds, which are the main sources of stress. However, by organizing our minds according to Buddhist teachings, we can free ourselves from this stress and maintain inner peace. Let's delve into a story that illustrates this method. Once upon a time, in a quiet village deep in the mountains, there lived a monk named Eikai. He was well respected by the villagers for his ability to listen sincerely to their concerns. One day, a merchant named Jiro, who led a particularly busy life, visited Eikai. Jiro sighed deeply and said, "Monk, I am overwhelmed with work every day, and even at home, I can't relax. My head is about to explode. No matter what I do, the stress doesn't go away. How can I fix this?" Eikai looked at Jiro with a gentle smile and said, "Jiro, the stress you are carrying is something you are creating yourself." Jiro was shocked. "What? No, my work is too busy and my family brings me stress. That's why I feel this way," he complained. But Eikai continued in a calm voice, "That's true, but it is not the problems themselves that create stress. It is how you face those problems that gives birth to stress." Eikai quietly continued, "In Buddhism, we believe that the way the mind perceives reality shapes that reality. The stress is swelling up because you are obsessing over the problems and continuously worrying about being unable to solve them. If you change the way you perceive those problems, the stress will disappear in an instant." Jiro was skeptical, but found himself moved by Eikai's words. Then Eikai taught Jiro a simple method. "Let's focus on your breathing together. Take a deep breath, slowly exhale, and that's all you need to do. Close your eyes and focus on the flow of your breath." Jiro, though still doubtful, followed Eikai's instructions and concentrated on his breathing. For several minutes, he continued to breathe in silence. Slowly, Jiro began to notice a shift in his mind. At first, thoughts flooded his mind, but gradually, those thoughts drifted away, and his awareness focused solely on the present moment. The stress and worries began to ease, and he felt his heart becoming lighter. Seeing that Jiro had calmed down, Eikai gently asked, "How do you feel? Don't you feel that your worries and stress have lessened a little?" Jiro nodded slowly. "Yes, my head, which felt so heavy, now feels much lighter. But why has this change happened just from focusing on my breathing?" Eikai smiled and explained, "We are usually consumed by thoughts of the future or past, and our minds are never fully present in the now. As a result, our minds are constantly unsettled, leading to stress. However, by focusing on the present moment, your mind becomes stable and unnecessary distractions fade away." Jiro began to understand Eikai's words a little more and wanted to dive deeper into the teachings. Monk, I understand that focusing on my breathing calms the mind, but it doesn't feel like it solves all my problems. How can I fundamentally get rid of my stress? Jiro asked. Eikai calmly responded, indeed, breathing alone does not eliminate all problems. However, in Buddhist teachings, letting go of attachments is seen as the fundamental solution. We suffer and feel stressed because we cling to the reality that doesn't align with our desires. Eikai continued his explanation. For example, we often stress over success at work or gaining understanding from our family. When things don't go as expected, that attachment to outcomes causes us immense stress. But what if we let go of that attachment and accept reality as it is? Naturally, stress would decrease. Jiro listened intently, feeling as though Eikai's words resonated deeply with him. Letting go of attachments. Indeed, I often feel immense stress when things I cling to don't go well. But can it be that easy to let go of attachments? Eikai gently nodded. It is a daily practice. However, we can begin with small steps. Even focusing on your breathing is the first step toward that practice. Eikai then taught Jiro another important lesson. There is another essential teaching, learning to control how you react to situations. When something unpleasant happens, we tend to react immediately, and that reaction affects our hearts. But in Buddhism, we are taught to respond calmly to external stimuli to maintain inner peace. Jiro thought for a moment. Indeed, when something bad happens, I quickly become irritated or anxious, which only increases my stress. Eikai smiled gently and said, exactly. If we can pause and compose ourselves before reacting, we can reduce stress. To achieve this, it's important to be aware of your mental state through your breath. When you notice your mind is disturbed, first, regulate your breathing. Take a deep breath, slowly exhale, and allow your emotions to settle. Just by taking this time, you'll be able to make calm decisions and respond more rationally. Eikai continued to share practical ways to apply these simple teachings in daily life. Jiro felt deeply convinced by Eikai's words. It's true, just by taking a deep breath, I feel calmer. If I can make this a daily habit, perhaps I can change the way I react to stress. Eikai smiled and said, yes, that's exactly the essence of Buddhist teachings. Small, consistent practice leads to significant transformation. Several weeks later, Jiro had been practicing Eikai's teachings. Whenever he felt stressed at work or had minor conflicts with his family, he would first focus on his breathing and calm his mind before reacting. Over time, Jiro realized that he was less irritable and was able to handle problems more calmly. One day, Jiro visited Eikai again. Monk, I've been practicing letting go of my attachments as you taught me, and I feel lighter now with much less stress than before. But sometimes I still feel stressed. Is this really enough? Eikai looked at Jiro with a peaceful expression and said, Jiro, that is more than enough. In Buddhism, seeking complete inner peace is important, but the process of gradually improving is what matters most. Don't rush for immediate results. Over time, small practices will naturally transform your heart. Jiro felt deeply moved. I feel like I'm progressing, even if only a little. Thank you, monk. I will continue to practice and strive to maintain inner peace. Eikai smiled kindly. That's the essence of Buddhist teachings. Don't rush. Gently nurture the growth of your heart. Jiro felt immense gratitude and noticed that his heart felt much lighter. Stress is an inevitable part of our daily lives. However, by practicing the teachings of Buddhism, we can reduce that stress and restore inner peace. The method I shared today is simple, focusing on your breathing and calming your mind. By placing your heart in the present moment instead of being trapped by thoughts of the future or past, stress will naturally ease. Additionally, by letting go of attachments and learning to control your reactions, You can gradually reduce the worries and stress you face daily. The key is not to aim for perfection, but to build small habits of practice. Incorporate these teachings into your daily life, and may you find relief from stress and experience a sense of peace. Thank you for watching until the end. May you all find happiness and peace in your hearts.